Today's video is going to be my entry for the 2017 Christmas Ornament Challenge, which is organised every year by Jacobson of Woodshop TV and Stratton from Woodturning. Alan and Carl have put this event on for the last, I think it's 7 years now, and the sponsorship, in other words the prizes on offer, are really quite incredible. I'm not going to go into all that sort of detail, but I will put links in the description below to both Alan and Carl's channel, and check it out and put an entry in. I think you can either just put a picture in of your event or a short video, whichever. This will be a longish video, but that's what I do. So go across there and enter this year's Christmas Ornament Challenge. Stickers. I received a few stickers again. One from my good mate Gary Palmer, formerly known as Grits Mahoney. Thanks for that, Gary. That'll have pride of place, as all my stickers do, on the sticker board behind. And one from Nick Bowers from Bowers Craft Woodturning. And I'll put a link to all the relevant Facebook pages, YouTube channels, any social media these guys are involved in. I'll put links below for you to have a look at the other work that they do. Thanks for that, Nick. That'll go on the board. And a bit of a unique one from a guy called Mike Hammond, and Mike is a radio ham. And he sent me a card that he sends out to anybody that he contacts worldwide as proof, if you like, of the fact that they have been in conversation. And it's rather a unique card, and a nice little private message on the back there, and his call sign, etc., which is brilliant. And I really appreciate that, Mike, and I will go on the board behind as well. Thank you very much. And there's a guy called Jeff, who I've been in contact with over a number of years, who's followed me on YouTube and on Facebook. And Jeff carves things as well as other things, and he sent me this, and it's hand carved. I mean, the detail, if you look at that, is absolutely phenomenal. And he sent me this as a gift, as a thank you for my videos, and I really am chuffed with that. I've had it for about 4 weeks now, 3 or 4 weeks, and I'm really sorry. I put it up immediately because I love it so much, and I just forgot to say a public thank you, Jeff, for this wonderful gift. And it has pride of place at the back here, and that's where it's been since I received it, and I forgot to give you a thank you, so please accept my humble apologies. I'll change the camera angle round now, and we'll get on with this Christmas ornament. So I've had a look through my wood stocks, and I've decided what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this piece of eucalyptus that my good old mate Les Barker from Australia brought me, either on his last visit or the visit before. So I've never turned this Australian eucalyptus, so this will be the body of the Christmas ornament. And I was watching a video, and I can't remember who by, but I will have a look through my history on YouTube, and I'll put a link in the description below to this guy's channel. When you cut in round stock, I mean, I've got a bit of a jig up there for doing logs, etc., but he used a clamp, and that then goes on onto your piece, your round stock, if you want to turn it, if you want to cut it, and it stops it rotating and causing an accident when you're at the bandsaw. So first time I've used this as well, but it does work, so I am led to believe. So I'll change the camera angle now, we'll cut this off with this new method, and we'll get turning this ornament finally. Well, I have to say that worked very well, great success. So that's another way of securing round stock when using the bandsaw. So that's the body hollowed out now. Now my original thinking was, while I was in Whitby on holiday in North Yorkshire, I bought I think a half a dozen of these shells, and the idea was to use those as icicles for Christmas ornaments. That was the idea. However, on trying to get that as flat as possible, it chipped, so I had to take it down further than I wanted. I used a circular disc on a Dremel tool. That seemed to cut it pretty well, but it did go. The other thing is as well that there wouldn't be much surface area to epoxy, so not to be deterred, because I'm determined to get this finished. I got a little piece of ebony here, and what I'm going to do is to make a bung for that hole. Where I've got a recess there, I'm going to make that a wall, if you like, and it should be just over about, I don't know, 1/4 inch. So that'll be enough for me to epoxy. Get this fitting really nice and snugly. I will then turn a hole on the inside of this, where I will then slot this through, and obviously it will it'll come to a point where it won't go any further, and then I'll be able to square it up, and then I'll epoxy this to the ebony, the shell to the ebony, and then when I've finished the body, top shaping, sanded it and finished it, then I can merely, this is the theory, I can merely epoxy the bung with the shell into the bottom, and the job will be done. That's my thinking, that's what I intend to do, and we'll see if it works. So that's what I'm going to do, and I think I'm going to either tack it with hot glue just at the back of the ring here, so that I can take it out and either epoxy it, or I might just use CA, I'm not sure yet. So just to let you know my thinking. Now, what I intend to do now is to put medium CA in between here, let that cure, and then remove the hot glue. So I've removed all the hot glue off the back there. It doesn't look very pretty at the back, but as you can imagine, because it's tapered and not an even surface, there are going to be a couple of gaps, so I'm not bothered about that. But the main thing is I decided to leave the shoulder on here, and it fits really well, so I'm quite pleased with that. that's it, finally finished. It came out almost as I was anticipating it. I just had an idea in my head and I wanted to see if I could put it into practice. There were a couple of problems on the way, but we sort of overcame them. And just to recap, it's an Australian eucalyptus body with an ebony plug into which I've stuck the seashell as the icicle and just a little brass eyelet in the top there to hang it. Yeah, not too bad at all. Finished with Yorkshire grit and Hampshire sheen, and I think at the end of the day I'm quite pleased with how it's turned out. Whether I do another one or not, I'm not too sure. Well, thanks very much indeed for sticking with me. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Cheers now.